This definitely needs to be an Olympic sport come next Summer Olympics, because that was riveting.
This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Luca Celebre filling in for Marissa Roberto, and it's time for the CFL Preview, powered by FanDuel. Week 11 action gets underway tonight as the Stamps are set to host the Red Blacks. Both teams have been excellent at home thus far, as they're both 4-0 at their home stadium. But with this matchup coming in Calgary, the odds makers have the Stamps as the favorites. On Friday, we'll see the two division leaders face off, as the Owls are heading to Saskey to take on the Riders. Montreal heads into this game hot, winning each of their last 3 games, one of which came against the Riders. But it's been a different story for Saskatchewan, as they haven't won a game since mid-July, and are coming off of the first tie in the CFL since 2017. Even though Montreal's starting quarterback Cody Fajardo is questionable for that game, the Owls' recent success has them as slight favorites. Saturday's matchup is a bit different than Friday, as the two teams with the worst records will face off. The Elks are heading to Tim Hortons Field to take on the Ticats. And despite their 2-7 record, they've been playing really well as of late. And they have a new owner at the helm in Larry Thompson, who was just revealed and introduced to the media a few short hours ago. Edmonton's won 2 straight, thanks in large part to the play of running back Javon Lee, who has an insane 329 all-purpose yards and 4 touchdowns over his last 2 games. And the Elks also won't be dealing with 2-time MOP Bo Levi Mitchell, who will serve as the backup to Taylor Powell on Saturday. Interesting decision. Mitchell threw just 4 passes last week and declined to speak to the media after the game. But he did have some fun with his benching on Instagram. And at least he's being a good sport about it, because being benched, never fun, especially with the resume that Bo has and him being brought in to turn this franchise around. Hopefully he gets another crack at it, because he's had a decent season to this point. Meanwhile, Powell played in relief of Mitchell, and although he played well, going over 300 yards and passing for 2 touchdowns, it's still a really small sample size. Powell's inexperience, along with Edmonton's strong play as of late, as the Elks is the favorites on Saturday. And our final matchup of the week is a big one, as it'll likely feature the return of 2022's most outstanding Canadian, Nathan Rourke. After a brief stint in the NFL, Rourke is back with the BC Lions, and he hopes to help turn things around. The Lions started the year off well, but they've lost 3 in a row, and offense has been a problem during the losing streak, specifically in Week 9 against the Bombers, when the Lions failed to score in a single point, losing 25-0. And things won't be easy for the Lions this week, as they're set to host those same Bombers. Even with their struggles as of late, the Lions enter this one as the slight favorites. Yesterday, Jesse was lucky enough to be joined by Brendan Rodney, Canada's golden 4x100 relay team. And today I've got the honor of being joined by one of Rodney's teammates, Jerome Blake. And just like we did yesterday, it's another Fast 5, with one of the fastest men on the planet. Jerome Blake, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, let's dive right in. What was going through your head in your leg of the race?
Nothing really, just more or less get up and down the track as quickly as possible. That's it, just go, 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 go.
You've previously won a silver in Tokyo, but what was it like to finally stand on top of that podium and hear the Canadian national anthem play?
Winning Olympic gold in Paris was a dream of ours since Tokyo, because as a team, like we've been there, done that, been at the highest level together. We've won, we've lost together. So it's one of those things where we really want to stand on top of that podium. We feel like in Tokyo, we had the team to do it, and we were in a good position to do it. And I just feel like we just didn't execute it properly. But I also probably take some of that blame, because it was more or less I was inexperienced my first time, running at that high level, and I feel like the pressure got to me a little bit, and I think that was the problem. And this time around, like, we just knew that we're in the right position, and the fact that everyone else overlooked us, I think we're in the best position yet, because when everyone else is not expecting to see something, that's when it really happened. And I feel like that we were in the right place, right time, just did what we did, and the outcome's the outcome.
All right, we all know what Noah Lyles had to say about your team back in May. Did that give you guys any extra motivation on race day, even without him competing?
No, not at all. Because at the end of the day, like, what an ex-athlete have to say about you and the people you're with and your team and, even the country, like, it doesn't really matter. Because at the end of the day, like, we know who we are as individuals, and we know what we bring to the table when the times come. And we went out there, we did what we did, and we don't have to say anything. He knows who we are from the jump. So now he'll for sure see it for the next 4 years. So, hey, Canada's Olympic champ. Where's Team USA?
Let's go. It's funny because Brendan was just like, for sure it does.
That too. I mean, I wouldn't say extra motivation, but it more or less just rubbed us the wrong way because we just know, like, if we go out there and beat you head to head, what can you say? Because at the end of the day, like, the thing is, a lot of people get it confused. You run this fast, cool. It's the first round. There's no medals in the first round. In the finals, you didn't run as fast as you did in the heats. If you ran as fast as you did in the heats, you would have won, but you didn't. So.
Okay, who's been the coolest person to reach out to you since you won gold?
The coolest person to reach out is the Prime Minister.
That's a pretty cool person to reach out to you.
He tagged all of us on Twitter and just, letting us know, like, good job, fellas. Like, it's one of those things where, I mean, it's not just us. I mean, a couple other people got the same tweet, but still, like, it's really cool for the Prime Minister to just, like, tag you and stuff. So it's really interesting, like, so that's one thing that that is, like, something I took a screenshot of it and I said, hey, one day I'm gonna frame this tweet and said, hey, the Prime Minister tweeted me, so I don't care.
All right, last one for you. How's your life changed since winning gold?
Funny enough, I think so, because it's crazy. Like, it's a strange thing because the people who I see that are interacting with my social media, I'm like, holy, like, this is so strange. It's a pretty cool thing, just like seeing all the people that's interacting with socials and it's steady growing and, brands reaching out and stuff now. It's like, it's interesting, that's for sure.
All right, Jerome, thank you so much for joining us and for bringing home the gold.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's been something that we've always wanted to do, and to do it like this in this fashion as well, like where the Olympics is back to normal and there's so much people in the crowds. They're all like, one thing I know though, I gotta say, Canadians travel deep. Like, it was a lot of Canadians there. It was so cool just to see all the Canadian fans there, and just for us to go out there and do that in front of all of them, and yeah, it's still a surreal moment. Still haven't settled in yet, and I'm looking forward to going home and seeing all my friends and family.
All right, time for my favorite segment, and yours. Why we love sports today.
Why we love sports today.
Now, if you remember the start of our show, we were trying to make sense of a very unique and confusing log balancing sport. And just a couple weeks ago, we were treated to the annual ESPN 8 The Ocho event, fan favorite, where ESPN pays homage to the dodgeball joke and plays marathons of obscure sports, like the Roofball Championships. And today, I'm gonna try my hand at some play-by-play of something I'm calling Footy on the Farm? All right, we've got some slow-moving whoa! Okay. I don't know if they were trying to avoid the animal on purpose, but a really good job avoiding getting absolutely winded by whatever animal that was and probably calling the end to the game. They are moving very quickly and trying to avoid these bulls or cows or sheep or goats at all costs, because if one of those gets you, you are absolutely done. That wasn't a goal, but then here come the running of the bulls. The bulls are everywhere. They're running. The game is halted, obviously, because you don't want to get hit, and then just starts again. It's very natural. Oh, yeah, smart move by that player to just get up on the fence there and make sure he wouldn't get attacked. Oh, that one could not avoid the bull at the end. All right, that's all for today. I'll be right back here tomorrow at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, filling in for Marissa. Have a great day.